Little Granny in her cabin in the woods. Here to tell a little story about the one time she got high. Just kidding. Granny still hasn't gotten high, ever. With my little woodland creatures around me. I'm Canadian now. All right, let's do this little shenanigans that I've committed to. I wake up and your head is pressing on my shoulder. It takes a bit for me to notice. How's that for ASMR?
I can't tell if you're responding to anything I say.
Welcome. Since the last episode, we moved to Canada, so that's why I'm here in my little farmhouse. This will be my vibe from now on. Get used to it. But today we're going to be talking about Never Been High, which is the feel-good song of the summer, and I got the vibes for that. Song of the summer. This is a crowd favorite amongst the people I've spoken to. Everyone really loves this song, and what can I say? It's great. Okay. I am. This is a bit different. Holy water, I'll spend the morning memorizing. This song is about you, Medea. I don't know what my problem is today. I wrote this song about my wife, and at the time we were not married. The honeymoon phase. I'm just kidding. This was her phase. Gosh, it was just, I had not written really a song that was just uncomplicated, like love bliss, like a little moment of just love bliss, and there's nothing else going on, except for when I get to the bridge and I'm like, oh, you could die. You're gonna die one day. Lesbian! Can't be helped. It was the morning, you hadn't woken up yet, and there's sort of the mundanity of just like, it's like precious mundanity of like every morning we get up and I know that it's time to get up because you've turned over and you've gotten your glasses and you always get up before I do, but in this moment I was awake before you. It just felt like this moment in time where time didn't exist. And as I was writing the song, I was like, I've never been high just kind of came out, and I was like, well, number one, it's true. I have never been high because I have OCD and extreme anxiety and I'm too scared. But I was wondering maybe this feeling where like time doesn't exist and everything just feels so vivid and alive and present. I just was like, maybe this is what it's like to be high. And so I wrote this like big sweeping love song, unashamed and earnest. Was life as uncomplicated at that point as I remember, or was it like, oh, it was really complicated?
Yeah, and you were in the middle of all sorts of shit with your family. You were sick and
So maybe I really did feel high. My memory of that was just like, nothing's wrong. That's pretty cool though. I mean, that we were able to have those moments and I was able to feel that along with, I guess now it's all coming back to me, the chaos and the drama of all of it. I mean, I guess if you listen to my whole record, almost every other song is like, oh no, what's happening to me now? And this song is just uncomplicated until the you're gonna die part happens. This what it's like. Recording the song in the studio was really fun. It was just uncomplicated. I feel like the song speaks for itself, so everyone kind of knew what they were gonna do. The direction it was kind of going at first was sort of down this like almost like gospel soul vibe, because I remember Lucas and Latifah one night they just were like, hey, we did this like gospel choir part in the song, and they sent it to me and I was like, this is incredible, you just like came up with this. I remember at first the way that it was mixed, it sounded a lot more, it was like really reverbed, and I guess sort of made it almost feel like bigger and more ethereal, and I really still wanted it to almost have like a Jackson Browne vibe where there were always those like background singers, but they felt like they were right there on the stage with you. It was really just a mix thing at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, it's just such a good vibe, the song, and everyone felt it in the studio. B3, Yes.
You come close.
The music video, though, we gotta talk about the music video because I don't care if like 2 people end up seeing this music video. I know it's more than 2 people, but like, you know, things have changed. But like, I don't care because this music video was probably the most fun music video I've made in like the last 10 years. And I don't have fun very often doing this. And that's changing, but like I get very stressed because I want everything to be perfect, and I have a very rigid expectation in my brain of like what perfect means, and no one can ever measure up to it, including me. It makes things like video shoots, because we do them on our own, not as fun. Second to last chord.
Where is it?
It's on my desktop. I don't really understand how iTunes works and why it does that. I understand it. Okay. I don't want to do this whole thing again. Just that like bridge.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. I remember it was like because we had like no budget. I just got like a nice camera and it was just sort of like us. And I was like, I don't know if I want to take myself too seriously with this music video. And so you, Tori, who I'm talking to, who's interviewing me, was like, well, then why don't we just do something completely absurd and ridiculous? And why not just like have a fun time doing it? And so you had to like really convince me because I'm always like, but praise you for sticking with it, because it ended up being like the most fun day of filming, and then editing was so fun because like, I should probably. The music video there is a bird, and this bird cannot fly, but it's obviously it's a person in a bird costume. For some reason, we have found each other, and it is my duty to help this bird learn how to fly. I'm a bird flight instructor. And it's funny because never been high, and we just sort of like did a play on words of like, I've never been high, is this what it's like? And it's me trying to help a bird who's never flown before. I mean, we've been watching The Office nonstop pretty much since COVID hit. We wanted it to be like mockumentary style. It's so stupid in the best way, and I was not sure it was gonna work, especially when it was the like talking head section where like I'm pretending like I'm having an interview, but I'm saying the lyrics to the song. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna translate.
You're being interviewed, not performing a music video. It's really hard for me.
At first I was actually kind of shitty. She tried to just help me.
Are you gonna pee?
But like,
I got a pee posture.
Oh my God, yeah.
Here we go.
But I think it was because our dear friend Julia, who was the bird, Julia the bird, right? She was so committed to being absolutely silly. And I just sort of became my like 12-year-old self again when I would make videos like this, and I was just fully committed to the bit. It couldn't have worked, I don't think with anyone else, because we just went in. It was like we had very little plans. We just were like, let's do this. Okay, just try to get on the swing. Try to teach her to swing. Yeah, will you jump in the pool? And like, honestly, it was so like YouTube of like 2012 is what it was. I can say what I want about that time, but I did have a lot of fun. It was very fun. I felt like I had nothing to lose. I was just making silly things because I liked doing it. I should do that more often.
You think she'll get there someday? Okay, tell me more about that.
Disappear behind your wrinkles, and I fall in love.
Like Never Been High has always been a favorite of people's, and I think it just feels good. It's just one of those songs that feels good, and I feel really proud of having written a song like that, because I feel like there are a lot very complicated, heavy stuff that I write, which I also am very proud of. I felt like I deserved to have a song that was just like, I deserved this. All right, thank you. Canada. New Canada, new me. Wait, no. New country, new Alex.